Hi there. We are in the aftermath of the election, and you may feel devastated or you may feel elated, but something was really clear about the polling data. Most people that voted out of fear in this election, fear of what would happen if the other side won. And so I thought it would be good for us to talk a little bit about fear because, fear is one of those things, any emotion really, is fueled by what we have our attention on. Emotions actually only run their course every 90 seconds. So if you're having an emotion and you don't continue to fuel it by your attention, your thoughts, by imagining things or like rehearsing different scenarios in your mind. If you're not doing those things, and it takes about 90 seconds for the fear to subside and kind of empty out of your body. So if you are staying in it, that probably is a good indicator that you're ruminating in some way on something that is fueling that fear. So I wanted to share 3 things that I have done that have been helpful for me that helped me to get out of that, that hamster wheel of just staying in an emotion for a really long time is really hard to get out of. But I have found some ways that have been helpful. So number 1, the biggest thing in our world these days is limiting media. I'm talking social media, news, any kind of media, like Oprah's book club for me, any kind of thing, media that is telling a story that is creating that experience of fear. That's something you want to just kind of disconnect yourself from, have some good boundaries on it, because again, all that's doing is stirring that up and it's not allowing that 90 seconds to end that feeling of fear. A second thing that I do is to go outside and really try and get into my senses. So I want to notice what I'm seeing around me. I really want to listen to the bird sound, the sound of the wind. I want to feel my feet on the ground. I want to smell the smell of the fresh cut grass or whatever it is that's going on. I want to feel the heat of the sun or the cold. It doesn't have to be good weather. But I really want to go outside and get into my senses. And the third thing, because I have to do this when I'm on those nature walks, is become a boomerang. You are going to go to that thing that you fear. Our bodies and our brains are like catalysts. That's why we want to get off of media, because media, their whole thing is to get your attention. Well, it's been very well researched that when we are in fear and anxiety, our attention wants to stay there. It gets our attention big time. So you're going to have to be a boomerang and take yourself back. Every time that you notice that you're back and ruminating in something that's fearful, pull yourself back into something else. Count the leaves on the trees. It doesn't really matter, but doing that over and over and over again, and eventually you're going to find yourself having longer periods of time of respite, and you're going to start that process of shaking out of the fear. So I would love to hear how other people deal with fear, so feel free to reply back and put some comments in. But hopefully this is something you can take with you and allow yourself to get a little respite from whatever anxiety or overwhelm that you might be feeling. Thanks.